It
Ready?
says we're.
Go.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to Sports, Politics, and More here on YouTube Live. I am your host, Andrew Powell, coming to you from New York City tonight, joined always by the wonderful Frank. Are you there?
Yeah. So, Andrew, this is an impromptu hangout because our buddies from UCY, they can't get. I don't know what's going on with them. Maybe they don't like us, but
I don't know either.
we tried to Skype
I
call.
really don't know.
We tried to Skype call them, and they dissed us.
Yeah, if anybody is first listening that's not live right now, um, honestly, all I can say right now is that I don't know what happened. I mean, does Jules hate us or something? I mean, is our fan base turning against us? I
I don't.
hope they're not.
I don't know what's going on over there.
I really can't give an answer other than the fact that we've had no problems with them before, but apparently tonight things changed for the worse.
Yeah, we'll figure it out next week. So, all
Oh,
right.
by the way, in case anybody's watching live right
No, but
now,
nobody's
I'm going
watching.
to give an update.
Nobody's watching. Well,
I
we got one viewer. That's probably Nick.
first.
All right. So, all right, let's get started. Come on.
All right, I have.
We were supposed to do the show. We're going to start off with Comey's testimony is starting to backfire on the Democrats.
Oh, that's a headache for the Democratic Party.
Yeah, because remember last week he threw everybody under the bus. He threw Loretta Lynch. He threw Obama. He threw the Justice Department. He said that she told him to call it a matter, not an investigation. So now they want to investigate Lynch and Obama.
Okay, well, here's the thing with James Comey that I do agree with. I think he's hurt himself.
He's a rat.
I think overall, and again, I don't usually favor one party against the other in most cases, but in this case, when we talk about how weak the Democratic Party has become, it's starting to look like that they are the losers altogether in the end.
They are the losers. Look at this.
And all this name calling and all this fake news outcry, it's not really going to help their case.
Everybody's starting to finally see. Everybody's starting to realize they're all a bunch of BS artists. But here, from the Post, under sworn questioning, Comey has veered off the topic of President Trump and Russia and revealed several damning incidents in which his predecessor's administration politically interfered in the Hillary Clinton email investigation. And now the Senate will investigate Team Obama for obstruction of justice. Wow. What do you
Wait? Say that again, because I'm already thinking. I'm already getting a headache.
What are you, sniffing glue?
Every time I hear the name James Comey, it gives me a headache now.
No, well, no. Listen, what I just explained to him, everything he said last week in the testimony. Now the Senate wants to investigate Lynch and Obama.
So they want to investigate the Let Me Be Clear guy and Loretta Lynch.
Yeah, come on. I'm telling you, last year that was a joke what they did in Congress when Comey testified that Hillary did commit crimes, but they can't prosecute because of the intention. She didn't have intention. That's the stupid.
Can I be honest? Last year, Awesome Hall interrupted Price is Right for James Comey's stupid testimony, and he said, "Oh well, Hillary's guilty. Hillary did it, and we can't prosecute her." Go on, Frank. Make your point.
That's my point. And then last night, were you following the election in Georgia?
I was keeping my eye on it very closely.
Well, it's over
again.
The Democrats had John Ossoff and he was supposed to be
Ugh,
he was supposed to be the Trump Slayer. That's what they were calling him. They spent over almost $30 million on
50 million.
how much?
50 million.
I don't know. I'm reading here. It was 24 million, and Republican Karen Handel, she won 57-43. I think it was, yes, 57-43. A loss. And
Oh,
and Trump tweeted out, "Well, the special elections are over, and those that want to make America great again are 5-0." Trump also tweeted, referencing the results of South Carolina's special election, quote, "All the fake news, all the money spent, zero." I love it.
well, I'm going to say is this. I mean, everybody in that district was on edge, okay? Everybody said it was going to be a tight race and ended up being tight. But the problem was,
Tight, 50,
oh, look,
57-43. That's almost that's a big win.
but again, I wanted to say this earlier. This is an example of why the Democratic Party is weak. They are too busy attacking Trump, and it's not helping their case. And if they keep doing this, this man could be president for 4 more years.
2020. He will. He is going to get reelected.
They are not helping their case at all.
Listen, all Trump,
One bit.
all Trump has to keep doing is keep that economy strong. If you read Monday, the what you call it, the stock exchange set 7 records during this year. It's at an all-time high. The economy is booming.
Well, it's been booming for a while, and Trump has certainly been making the economy great again. That'll give him credit for doing something great.
He could be doing so many things, but he keeps getting. They keep blocking him. And next week they already have the Senate is already working on the Obamacare repeal bill, and I can't wait until that comes out next week. But Andrew, today is June 21st, the first day of summer.
Oh, right. Yeah, you know why I remember today's date very well? Because today is the NHL expansion draft, and I am watching it right now.
All right. So listen, so that's going to be a good segue for summertime, and summertime, when summertime comes, memories happen, and everybody has great memories. And what's your
you know what this year is?
What's that?
This year makes 50 years since the Summer of Love.
Oh God, yeah. And it's also it's the 30th anniversary of WFAN New York, the Fan.
Yes, I'm very first of all, if anybody from FAN, past or present or future, is listening.
Yeah, they're all listening. They're all listening right now.
I just want to say
we're actually on 66 AM right now.
No, we're not. We're seriously hijacking the Yankees broadcast right now.
Yes. We hacked their broadcast.
Oh boy, I hope John and Susan aren't going to be mad at us.
So Andrew, so your infamous 10 at 10 is now the 10 at 30. So what's the 10 at 10 this week? Andrew's top.
It's not
top
30.
34.
Let's hope they get 35.
Yes.
All right, so here we go. This week's 10 at 10 list, and even though it's 8:34 and stupid Skype was acting up, this week's 10 at 10 is top 10 WFAN shows.
So are these your favorite FAN shows or the top 10 shows?
We're talking We're talking about all time.
Yes,
that's what we're talking about.
So go ahead. Number 10.
Number 10, The Wrestling Hour with Jody McDonald and Richard Mancuso.
Jody Mac. Now, throughout all this, I'm going to be telling you about all my old fart stories. How I used to listen to this.
Interesting.
Have you ever heard The Wrestling Hour on YouTube?
heard some of it, and another guy you might be familiar with on this channel, Jimmy Faluca, actually was telling me about this to look it up on YouTube. Besides Frank,
I told him about it.
he told me. Remember?
Yeah. Well, anyway, that was about 1987, 88, and maybe 89. No, yeah, I think it was 80. It was probably 89, 90, 91, and it would come on Saturday night, going into Sunday morning at 2:00. And I guess Rich Mancuso, he was the Dave Meltzer of that era. That was like the first official podcast, wrestling podcast, and he would give the scoop on everybody back then.
And it was pretty interesting. I mean, most of the times they were talking about Shawn Michaels, Bret Hart, The Undertaker.
Everybody. They would talk about WWF, WCW, everybody, and he would give the inside scoops. So that was pretty good memories. So, okay, number 9.
All right, number 9. This is a good transition into Sunday Night Sports with Lori Rubinson.
And who is she? I never heard of her. I haven't listened to FN in a long time.
Lori Rubinson has a sports talk show every Sunday night talking about baseball, basketball, hockey, and football.
Okay, so when did she start?
Back in 2006.
All right, stop playing with your microphone. Go ahead. Number 8, your buddy.
Number 8, we have the first WFAN Fantasy Phenom winner, John Jasinski, with his famous JJ After Dark Sports Talk program.
I've heard a little bit about him. I like him. He's got a pretty good voice, but he was basically so he was basically
he has his critic.
He was a fan who auditioned for the show, and it was a American Idol for WFAN. But good for him. Good for him.
Indeed. Yes, indeed.
And you want to work with him, right?
I would love to work with him.
All right. Anything can happen as long as you get the good. Well, you won't have to worry about Wi-Fi if you work with him. Okay, number 7.
Yes, because Brian Monzo's excellent producing. Yeah. All right. Number 7, the Tony Page Show.
Tony Page at night. He does.
Yes.
You're a frequent caller to Tony Page, right?
Tony Page is best known for his boxing insights.
No, I'm saying you're famous for calling him, right? You call him a lot, right?
Oh, I'm famous for that.
Yeah, you and him are like buddies.
Oh boy. Well, all I can say is it's madness. When you call it Tony Page, but it's awesome radio.
I've called. Okay, number 7. Oh no, number 6. Sorry.
Boomer Esiason and Craig Carton.
Oh, boo! I have to say I don't like these. I don't like that. I don't like them. I don't like Carton. I don't like Boomer. I really don't like them.
Why?
I don't know. They just Carton. He just rubs me the wrong way. He's like he tries to be like Howard Stern too much. I don't know. It doesn't work. I don't know.
Well, how come I enjoy them?
Listen, you're not the only one. A lot of people like them. They're very good on air. They're number 1. Right? Aren't they number 1 in the morning?
Yeah, in my book they are. I like them.
Yeah, they get good ratings. But get number 5.
Alrighty, number 5. Morning.
Who?
It's in the morning.
You keep cutting out. Imus in the morning?
Yes, Imus in the morning.
That old fossil still on the air?
On 77 WABC.
Oh, but no, he used to be on he used to do the mornings a long time ago, until he got fired for making the racial comment.
Wait, let me do it. He used to be the morning guy on 66 WNBC.
Yeah. He was Howard Stern ran him out of Howard Stern
numbers.
He's been on the air since 1983-84, and Howard Stern came to town and wrecked him.
You know what would have been crazy? I would have not been controversial on the radio as Howard Stern. Trust me, if I was starting off in the radio in the 80s, I would have literally been number one on WNBC back in the 1980s.
Yeah, but I know Imus had he was number one, and he used to do the stupidest shit. He used to do some shit called Donkey Kong. Who's your Donkey Kong? Because Donkey Kong.
By the way, just tweeted out the link for our show on my Twitter feed at Andy's Randomness.
Okay, good. So,
yeah, so if anybody's on, if anybody's checking out Twitter, so they'll see this right now, hopefully.
Yeah, we got, okay, good, keep going. Number 4.
Yes, we must keep going. The audience is getting impatient. Number 4, the Sid Rosenberg Show.
Oh man, he's another controversial guy. I think what is he? He's on Sirius XM now, right?
Yep.
Yeah, he was all right. He was okay. I liked him. He was a little. I think he used to be drunk or high on the. I don't know. He used to be very weird.
I'm excited to be on the radio right now. Look at me with the New York accent.
Yeah. Right. But
all right.
God, number 3.
All right. We're going to talk about the most famous midday duo in sports talk history.
Oh,
Benico and Roberts.
Benico.
I'm sorry. I had to bring them up because Joe Benico and Evan Roberts have been the staple of midday sports talk radio in New York for the past 10 years, and they are really enjoyable. Benico gives his insight, and it's good radio. The only problem is Evan Roberts is kind of corny, but hey, what are you going to do with a young guy like that?
They play off each other. But yeah, Benico was another guy. I think he was a fan. He auditioned, and Mike Francesa got him the job, and now they hate each other.
The thing is, it's like Francesa's just too what's the word I want to say?
Arrogant.
Grumpy. That's what I was gonna say.
He's very arrogant, very full of himself. Let's go number 2, and I like this guy.
Yes, number 2, Schmoozing with Steve Summers.
Yes, he was the original Captain Midnight.
Yes, he was.
That's why schmoozing.
Nobody could do it. Hang on, Frank. I have a quick update to announce that right now they are announcing NHL 18 at the NHL Awards ceremony right now.
Oh, cool.
And they are about to reveal the trailer.
All right, come on. We'll talk about that later. Have you ever heard Steve Summers?
Yeah, I did. Wait, Frank, can I hit the record button for a second, my DVR?
Good.
All right, good. So let's stay on topic. Yeah, I listen to Steve Summers a lot, actually.
I used to listen to him religiously back in the late 80s. He's a weird.
I've been listening to him since I was a kid.
Yeah, he's.
You know what's crazy? What I would do as a kid was I would sneak my radio at night, and it was a pocket radio in my old house in Bayside, and I would keep the radio low, and I would always wait after the Met post game for Steve Summers to come on the radio.
Me too. For a while back in the 80s, late 80s, early 90s, I was addicted to that. I'd listen to them all day. But the schmoozer Steve Summers
I never liked Imus. I mean, I would always wait for Mike and the Mad Dog to start, and I would never care about the Mets because I'd always flip over to 880 and put the Yankees on.
Right. But yeah, all right, he was cool. So I got number 1.
Right, number 1, the best show ever on WFAN, hands down, is Mike and the Mad Dog.
Yes. And they're going to come out with their 30 for 30 on ESPN this year?
Yes, I'm DVRing it, and if it's good, I'm going to get the DVD.
Yeah, no, it'll be good. But I mean, I know all about I know all about them. I actually listened to their first show when they debuted.
Yeah, now let me ask you a question if you do remember.
Yes.
Was it true that they were yelling on the air?
What, in the beginning?
Yeah.
Yeah, and the first few shows they That's what made them great. They used to argue with each other. And me and my friends, when we were kids, we used to impersonate Chris Russo. We used to go, Mikey, Mikey, come on, Mikey. You got to be kidding, Mikey. Mikey, Mikey. That's all he used to say. Mikey, come on, Mikey. It's not right, Mikey. So,
I used to no. I used to remember someone told me that during the first show that Mad Dog was asking Mike, why can't I get a word in?
Yeah. And Francesca said he thought the Mad Dog was an idiot, and because
first of all,
Francesca's an arrogant,
never an idiot.
No, I know because it's the way
he's Mad Dog.
It's the way he sounds and the way he talks. He talks very fast. He talks with a very heavy New York accent. But anyway, great memories with FAN. 30 years they were definitely groundbreaking. The first 24-hour sports talk show. If you're a sports junkie, so great memories. So now, Andrew, now that it's summertime already, we're getting
honorable mention. Mike's on Francesca on the Fan is our bonus show in this week's 10 at 10.
Yeah, he's going to leave next year. But that now I was reading Andrew about
this year, December 15th.
All this extreme weather that's hitting the states out in Vegas. They've been getting 120 degrees this week, and it's so hot people can't even come out in public. And did you hear about Tropical Storm Cindy coming later this week?
No, it's already hit New Orleans.
Yeah, it's gonna hit the Gulf. It's gonna hit the Gulf states already.
Yes, tonight. Tonight I saw the forecast, and it said that right now it's slamming Galveston, Texas, and it's gonna hit Houston next.
Yeah. Now watch when this hits. They're gonna talk about climate change. Climate change. Get the hell out of here. It's a storm. It happens.
Oh man. What's crazy is that I don't want to hear any of this liberal PC stuff. Okay, this has been going on for years. Stop it already. I'm done with them. Okay.
Yeah. They're like there was never any hurricanes or tornadoes, ice ages. It's all
like to do to make excuses.
Yes.
There, I said it.
But so far today, first day summer, beautiful day here in New York. So good now.
Yes, very gorgeous weather, 82 and sunny, and same thing tomorrow here.
So yeah. So we were going to do the comments for the other show. So I guess you want. I guess.
Oh, you mean the piece of paper you handed me talking about the comments we got last week?
Yeah. You don't have it.
Oh man, it's buried. Here it is.
All right.
Paper. All right, so here's the piece of paper that Frank was telling me about.
The comments.
Yes. Oh, I'm gonna read one comment, and then Frank's gonna read the other comment.
Yeah, this was on the other show we were doing on UCY.
Yes, and if any of our UCY listeners are listening right now.
Yeah, I'm sure they are. Everybody's listening to us.
All right, so first up, we got a comment from Jeff430 saying, "Hey guys, really liked the show last week, but I thought this was a wrestling show."
It's not a wrestling show. Nick and John used to like to talk about wrestling. We like wrestling too. We'll talk about it later. But it's not. We
were talking about Money in the Bank.
Yeah, but I want to say we can't talk about wrestling a lot because just look at WWE. They're struggling with their ratings. So how many people want to talk about wrestling right now? Their shows are a little boring right now. It's not fun to talk about.
Remember, WWE has a very big fan base in New York.
Yeah, but I know, but. You know what I'm saying? It's tough to talk about right now because it's been a little boring. But all right, I'll read.
Honestly, yes.
We'll talk about.
It's been boring lately.
We'll talk about wrestling a little bit. So another comment is Mark is the best 718, and he says I can't stand your show. Both of you pussies. Fuck you. I hate pussy New Yorkers, and fuck Andrew's stupid Wi-Fi.
Okay. All I'm gonna say is. Spectrum is very spotty. I do not want to get Verizon because Verizon locks me into a contract. To be honest, everyone, here in Queens, we do not get enough internet providers. It's either Fios or Spectrum.
Yeah, right. And see, that's if you heard this week, Trump he did away with the internet privacy thing, which will allow more competition. It'll allow more competition because right now,
well,
it's a monopoly.
We need different internet providers because the other one I know of in my area is RCN, and then I have the satellite, which I'm not going to get because I don't need the satellite on my roof.
No,
that's the last thing I need right now.
And plus, every time there's a bad storm, the signal gets disrupted. But anyway, God,
I have DirecTV. Okay, same thing happens.
I know. I used to have DirecTV also, and every time there's a bad storm, the signal goes down.
That's why if I ever move out of my parents' house, I'm just going to openly say it. I'm getting an internet TV provider.
Yeah, get Verizon. Verizon Fios is the best.
No, I'm gonna get PlayStation View.
Okay, do whatever you got. But by the way, your Wi-Fi is doing real good right now. Great signal.
Yeah, I mean this is better than stupid Skype.
I know. Good. Read the next comment.
Alrighty, so the next comment we have is from Lons Ball at Hotmail. What happened to Nick and John? Who are these guys? I'm confused. Why did you steal the name of their show?
Well, Nick and John, they couldn't do their old show anymore. Spam. And,
well, I'll explain. Can I properly explain to our
Good.
I think it's time for them to know what's been going on. So a couple weeks ago, I spoke to John Brown, and apparently he has a lot of personal stuff going on. He's busy with his very important job in New Jersey.
And he just had a kid.
He gets home late. Yeah, he gets home late. He gets any sleep at all because the baby keeps him up late at night crying. And, you know, it's been a headache for him. And he wishes that he didn't have this obligation anymore to deal with UCY TV at this point.
It's volunteer radio. I mean, listen, it's a good opportunity. But listen, if it takes a little bit of preparation just to do an hour. And everybody thinks that, you know, you could just go on the air and talk for an hour and be entertaining. You know, if you listen to the other shows on UCY, they put you to sleep.
Honestly, I think that the rest of the network was meant for lower priority shows.
No, it's internet radio. You could talk about anything, and you know, when you got anybody, amateurs, not that we're professionals, but we're influenced. Look, listen, go back to your 10 of 10. You've been listening to FAN probably your whole life. I've listened to FAN. Howard Stern, so it's like it's almost second nature to us.
I can thank Mike and the Mad Dog for that.
Yeah, no, right. It's almost because you've listened to so much radio, and we actually are passionate about what they're talking.
Honestly, can I be honest with everybody? Like when I was a kid, me and my dad would always listen to Curtis and Kubi in the morning on WABC.
So look at that. See,
you never put Imus on. You never would.
You're a radio head, like me. But
I always told my dad, do not put FAN on until Mike and the Mad Dog come on.
Right. And listen, and another thing, not everybody could. Me and you, we got paired together randomly, no pun intended, randomness, and we do pretty good. And it's not easy to find that, you know.
Oh yeah, totally. I completely agree. Oh, by the way, in the comments right now, I'm going to put the whole 10 of 10 list on there.
All right, keep telling me how great I am, man. All right. So come on. Now we're gonna.
Because if anybody's listening in, like they want to know what's going on at least.
Yeah, we'll adjust. All right. So let's talk about the NBA. Major trades happening, the draft happening. I saw you tweeted this morning, Andrew. You didn't realize that the Hawks traded Dwight Howard.
Oh yeah, I heard about that. Definitely heard about that.
That happened last night. I think you were the only one who didn't know.
Because what happened was I was watching the end of SmackDown. I was talking to my friends on Facebook, and I really didn't pay attention.
No, it's not your fault. It happened late. I think it happened after 11 o'clock. So, but listen, this goes to show you, Dwight Howard is he was, and he maybe still is. He's a major player. He's still, he's a powerhouse, and they traded him. And now I'm not going to go too much into it now with the Knicks. Now they're talking about Kristaps being traded, Melo being traded. If Dwight Howard could get traded, Kristaps Porzingis could get traded.
No, no question. Anybody can get traded in the NBA right now.
No, I know. Today, earlier before, I don't know if you saw me I was posting about Melo and Kristaps. How Kristaps is acting like a punk now. He walked out of he never showed up for the exit meeting, and today on Instagram did you see that he posted a picture of himself in response to the trade rumors? Who is Kristaps Porzingis? He's a nobody. He had his rookie year. He was okay. He was pretty good his first year. Last year he regressed. You got to say he regressed. The guy was hurt every time I turned around. The guy was hurt. His foot, his leg, his ankle, and these people. And
to be honest, name Kristaps Porzingis is starting to give me a headache now.
Yeah, and I had to argue with people saying, "Oh, he's the future. He's the future." He with the future of what? He played with. He's got Carmelo and Derrick Rose, and the Knicks sucked this year.
I was playing with It's Remy, and I'll tell you who he is. He's one of my gaming friends on PS4, and I was telling, because he's in Florida, obviously, but he's a Knicks fan. But anyhow, story goes, I told him, if you're in New York today, you're listening to FAN nonstop. It was Boomer and Carton, it was Benico and Roberts, Francesa today. They were talking about it, and tomorrow I'm actually going to be at Grand Central for the 30th anniversary show, because they're doing it at Grand Central tomorrow. I go to Grand Central tomorrow and hear Kristaps Porzingis' name on the loudspeakers.
Now, we got a question here from Jimmy from Staten Island. He says, "I can't stand Phil Jackson. He's an out-of-touch old man. The Knicks should fire him as soon as possible."
Well,
would they take? Whose side would they take?
Howard's Jimmy. I know who he is.
Who?
Oh, he makes a good point. Yes, he makes a very good point.
I don't think so. Who what were they saying today on FAN? Were they defending Phil Jackson, or what were they doing?
Well, I'll tell you how my day went, so that way I can give a little clear picture.
What were they saying on FAN that you said they were talking about him all day?
Fast forward after I talked to my bosses at Long Island Jewish. So I'm doing my labeling for Tumor Registry, blah, blah, blah. So story goes, I have the FAN on, and Benico, as usual, is ripping Phil Jackson.
Oh, man. This is ridiculous. Phil Jackson has 13 rings. He's got basketball knowledge that nobody will ever have, and people taking the side of Carmelo Anthony, a loser. That's what he is. He's a loser. It's always somebody else's fault with Carmelo Anthony. Remember, 2011, it was Mike D'Antoni. His system was bad, and it was Jeremy Lin. He couldn't play with Jeremy Lin, and then Amari Stoudemire. He couldn't play with Amari Stoudemire. And then Mike Woodson was not good. Get out of town. It's always somebody's fault. Even George Karl, his coach from Denver, said that Carmelo Anthony's a jerk.
Well, of course he is. What do you expect?
And he doesn't play any defense. That's the biggest problem I have with him. He doesn't play any defense. So what good is it that if he scores?
There's no defense. There is no defense at all from the sky.
No, yeah. I keep saying, what good is it if he scores 26 points and gives up 30 points on defense? What good is that?
That doesn't do anybody good at all. I completely agree.
And do you see him every time he hits a 3-pointer? He's bragging. He puts up the 3 fingers like he's a rookie. Get out of here. He sucks. And now he got into the year of Kristaps Porzingis. Because
I'm going to make a Tim Todd Show reference on Twitter right now.
Yeah,
hey, Carmelo, go suck moose cock.
Yeah, definitely.
What he would say.
No, Kristaps worshipped Carmelo Anthony as a kid. He got cornrows like him, so he's being led by idiots.
Oh, you know, Phil Jackson. I completely agree with Benico. Phil Jackson's a moron.
No,
You
he's
know,
not. How is he a moron?
because he doesn't know how to deal with Carmelo Anthony.
Nobody knows. Nobody knows how to deal with Carmelo Anthony. When Phil Jackson came here, he praised Carmelo Anthony. He actually thought if Phil Jackson actually thought he could bring Carmelo Anthony to the next level. He couldn't because Carmelo Anthony doesn't care about anything. He cares about scoring. He's scoring. It's Carmelo Anthony show. And the worst, and you want to know, the worst thing Phil Jackson did was sign him again. He re-signed him.
Oh, I'm going to agree. Okay, I agree with everybody on the fan who has bashed Phil Jackson for signing him for 4 years without a trade clause. Okay, it's annoying. You have to deal with this headache now. So what are the Knicks going to do? Maybe they'll wait until next year. Maybe they'll wait to dump him then in free agency, and then somebody else will pick him up for a ridiculous amount of money.
Yeah. And I got to hear about his value. He has no value. He doesn't play defense. He has a max contract, and he's going to be 33. That's why his value is down.
Honestly, all I can say is it's ridiculous that we don't have an all-star who can rebound.
Yeah, because that takes effort and work. But anyway, screw him. Let's talk a little baseball. So we're almost at the half.
We have to talk hockey first. Please, let's talk hockey first, quickly.
All right, go ahead. Hurry up.
All right, so I'm just watching the NHL 18 trailer, and it looks sick. It is insane.
What, the video game?
Yes.
I know.
So who's on the cover? Who's on the cover? I'm going to tell you guys who's on the cover right now. And then I'm going to give you who from the Rangers and the Islanders went to Vegas.
The new expansion.
So here we go. 4, 3, 2, 1. Who's in the cover? Oh boy. Connor McDavid from the Edmonton Oilers on the cover of NHL 18.
Oh, they just unveiled that?
That's awesome. That is awesome.
All right, so let's talk about baseball. We're almost at the halfway mark. Who do you think are the best team so far?
Houston Astros.
What about the Yankees?
Well, the Yankees are doing are on a losing streak, but I think they'll be on their way up. I mean, last I saw they were tied. I'll give an update right now. The Yankees right now are, let's see what they're doing, are winning 3-2 in the top of the 6th inning. Joe Girardi better not use Tyler Clippard again because I will have a headache.
I think if they make a couple of trades for a couple of pitchers, I think they might go to the LCS against Houston. But what about the National League? What do you think?
National League, I think there really is no clear winner when you talk about the National League. I think right now, if I were to give you a team and you put a gun to my head, I'd easily would say right now that the best team in the NL has to be the Colorado Rockies.
All right. It's between them, the Nationals, and the Dodgers.
Hang on, I'm trying to rewind and see where the Islanders are in the mock draft.
I'll tell you what, the Cubs. What happened to them? They fell from grace this year. They suck. They suck again. Another 100-year curse.
Don't even get me started on the Cubs. The Cubs are awful this year.
Another 100-year curse for the Cubs.
Can I say something? If you're a National League Central team, your division sucks.
Yeah. All right, come on, Andrew. Let's go. We're going to talk about now this past Sunday's pay-per-view, Money in the Bank. Did you watch?
Yes, I watched, and
let me guess.
A lot of controversy with the women's division.
Yeah, they had the first ever women's Money in the Bank, and guess what? A man, James Ellsworth, if you want to call him a man, took the briefcase and won for Carmella.
Oh, That little troll from Glenbrook, Maryland.
So if before the match they had this big promo, this big hype thing about the women's revolution, the divas before them, all this crap, and Ellsworth wins the Money in the Bank.
Say that again.
I said before the match they had a big hype promo about the women's revolution.
Oh, I saw that. I saw that. Another headache.
And then a man wins. They have a guy winning winning the Money in the Bank. But anyway, the Usos and the New Day.
No.
Yeah, that was the match. What are you talking about? Come on, pay attention, Andrew.
Let me rewind that for a sec. Was that Lundqvist?
Andrew, we're talking about wrestling.
Oh, all right. Continue. Sorry.
I'm talking about the Usos versus the New Day.
Ah, that ending was terrible.
Yeah, well, they're trying to milk it, so.
Hang on. Nick Nurse wants me to answer a question right now. Can I answer it for him?
Go ahead.
All right. So, Benico is Joe Benico.
Is he going to curse at us?
Let's see what he also said.
What's the question?
Benico.
Beningo.
Oh, Beningo.
Beningo. All right, and then we had Randy Orton against the WWE champ Jinder Mahal, the Scrub who.
Another boring match. Stop it already. Stop.
Jinder the Jobber. He did steroids and they put the belt on him.
Oh boy. Another big headache.
Yeah, and that's all because John Cena's coming back and they're gonna have John Cena beat
They're gonna have I know that's gonna happen.
Yeah, John Cena's gonna come back 4th of July and he's gonna beat Jinder Mahal at SummerSlam. That's what's gonna happen.
Ooh, John Cena sucks.
And he's gonna break the record. And then we had what other match? I can't even remember. It was all garbage. Lana debuted. She acted like an idiot against Naomi.
Oh.
And then I guess the last match, the main event, was pretty good. I liked it. What did you think about?
Listen, I'm very happy for Baron Corbin. The underrated talent finally gets a push.
Yeah, I thought the best highlight of the night was when AJ, your namesake, him and Nakamura faced off in the middle of the ring. I like that. That was pretty good. They were definitely testing that for the future. I think they're gonna definitely go with a feud with AJ and Nakamura.
Honestly, all I can say is that was a good match. I liked Money in the Bank. I was really into that match, but overall, the pay-per-view was a snooze fest.
Listen, you can't expect too much. They're only going to give you 2 or 3 good matches, and everything else is going to be filler. But
I agree with you what you said earlier. The WWE has no connections to its fans. James Maluka me and him talk about it all the time. Even my friend Al from high school. They are so lost in touch with their fans. It needs to stop. Vince is a big idiot. He needs to stop realizing that it's not about the money. It's about us. For your product. So give us a good product. Okay?
Well, hopefully at least they could save it with AJ and Nakamura this summer. And next week, when's the next pay-per-view? Great Balls of Fire. Is that
the Jerry Lee Lewis song?
Yeah, is that next week? Next week that's Brock?
No, July 9th.
July 9th.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Well, hopefully Brock will be there. All right, Andrew, let's wrap it up. Where could people find you on Twitter?
All right. So our Twitter feed. Yes. Mine is at Andy's Randomness.
That's it? You're on Twitter?
Instagram with the same name. And my Snapchat is Andrew Sports Fan.
All right. So I don't know. Next week we'll see where we land next week. Is it UCY or we'll come back here? Who knows?
Oh,
All right.
another headache.
We'll see what happens. Did you get in contact with those idiots this week? Otherwise, I'm going to send them a nasty email myself, and then we'll never get on.
Honestly, I wish we could do Google Hangouts more often.
Well, we could do whatever we want. I'm just saying, I want to.
Both our audio sounds high quality.
I don't. Well, listen, I don't know what's going on with them. If they want us to come back, I don't know what's going on. I don't know if it was their fault, our fault. Who knows? You get in touch with them this week because I'm telling you, I might send them a nasty email.
Oh, I don't know what I can say about you. Why, if they're listening?
They're not listening. Nobody's listening. Just send them an email and tell them what's going on. We tell them we couldn't get on the air. We kept calling. I kept calling. It wasn't just your Wi-Fi, and we couldn't get on the air. I don't know what happened.
All right, you called too?
Yeah, after you hung up, I was trying to call at 8:04, and nobody kept picking up. And even Nick called, and he said they couldn't they weren't getting through. Anyway, listen, let's see how we do over here.
All right. I got an update.
Go ahead, hurry up.
NHL 18's release date before we end tonight. NHL 18 will be releasing on September 15th on PS4 and Xbox One. And right before midnight, I'm going to be giving my reaction to the trailer on Andy's Randomness. So I have a little thing to do. I'm going to rewatch the trailer again and just talk about the trailer as a whole.
Okay, very good.
As we speak, I'm getting Audacity ready to make the video.
Okay, very good. Andrew, we'll talk later on in the week, and we'll be back next week. Okay?
Yes. And don't forget, everybody, if you do want to see me tomorrow, I will be at Grand Central Terminal between noon and 2 o'clock for the WFAN 30th anniversary show. So if you see me, say hi.
Yeah. Okay. Andrew will be signing autographs. All right. Good show on this format. All right, Andrew. I'll talk to you later, buddy. Bye.
Take care, everyone.